Welcome to the Benz Night Show sa atong bagong studio din sa likod. Salamat yung pag-uban ka na akong makaigsunan. It is the 20th of October 2020 and it is our episode number 27 sa the Benz Night Show. As usual, please follow us and please comment. Post a comment on YouTube and on Facebook. On YouTube, you subscribe. Click on the notification for all, not personalized, but all, notification for all, and then post a comment on YouTube. On Facebook, click like on Facebook, at the same time, post a message on Facebook. And of course, katong wala pa maka-subscribe sa YouTube from Facebook, please move to YouTube and view our program from there. And also, by the way, kung naamo sa YouTube, you can select on the settings for the quality of the display. You choose auto 1080 resolution for YouTube. You can do that para klaro kayo ang signal. Okay, so especially kung nagtanaw mo sa TV, please comment kung asa mo dapit nagtanaw mo sa TV makaigsunan para makaibaw ta o unsay result nato sa TV, right? And by the way, manay different time zones karon makita ninyo sa New York, sa Los Angeles, sa London o sa Tokyo. So, may different times dito sa Tokyo. Okay, so now, in the meantime, please tanaw mo sa atong headlines niya, sa ubos, sa atong crawlers, sa atong headlines, and sa atong number of cases na karon sa Philippines. Okay, so sa atong headlines niya. So, itong breaking news makaigsunan ang headlines. Sorry, Philippine report, so Philippine report, big breaking news na to. Now we have more than 360,000. Okay, so for all right, so remove gadong. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook channel. So, can you comment sa atong quality sa video o sa audio? As usual, nag-monitor ta kay what lagi ta kay ba o unsay kuan ani? Unsay gama ani atong kuan. You like the look of our clocks there. World time zone. Let's go back to our main. Okay. Main. So I'm sure natog na siguro mo. Natog na siguro mo. Okay. So ngari kita sa atong updates sa na to sa Johns Hopkins University. Ang favorite nga kuan. Sorry. Breaking lang ka ganito diri. Transition to right. Alright, so klaro na sa atong okay, global cases na to 40,489,201. 40,489,201. That's practically 40.5 million confirmed infected cases, and the probable cases in those that are not recorded, they estimate to be times 10, or that will be 400,000. 400,000. Okay, excellent. 400 million. 400 million. 400 million. O ang deaths, global deaths, 1,119,620. Nagit ko rin paagi nga ito ning di masalip na nila ako. Deaths mo, guys. Di ba ba? Itong pa ko ang deaths. Pwede mo i-move na ito ning atong so na ni i-move na nato atong noun. Okay, ang atong noun ba tempata ato ha. Move na to gud. Okay. Asa man ni? Narini sa Chrome PowerPoint kini. Chrome and then see green screen. Okay. Pinato nagmamove gamay. Okay ra ba? Okay tayo masabdan. O center na lang kita. Di sa tam center kay paubos na gamay. Di sa pagamay tagamay. Pagamay. Para di kayo magkuhan. Hindi, wala sa kaya lami ng atong now. Wala sa diba? Okay, kana. Alright, so grabe, no? Atong production, okay na ba? Remember, ang objective sa production, ang akong pandali exercise is I'm showing production values. I'm trying to implement good ideas, simple ideas, and simplistic niya. You know, nga dili ba pantanahon, dili ba amateur tanahon. So, professional. Ang fonts na to professional, ang atong screen layout professional, ang atong mga interfaces, ang atong mga different views and scenes. I hope professional looking. Nga murag ikag naa sa international nga mga television networks, news networks. So dili nga murag amateur nga. I hope man akong target. I've been trying to do that. So I mean natin target kay sa okay, so 40,489,201, and ang global deaths nato is 1,119,620. Grabe na kayo. Ang United States makaigsunan is 8,217,952. So that's 8.2 million cases and 220,185 deaths in the United States, and it's um it's uh it's not weird. It's incredible. It's not really incredible that it's egregious. It's outstandingly bad that they have such deaths. There's so many cases. But in fact, they're supposed to be the leader of the world, the first world country with the center of the intellectual universe. They have top-notch healthcare, top-notch technology, top-notch money, and yet they're having this death, 125 deaths. So it's because they're not following simple rules like even wearing masks and social distancing. Is that even too much to ask to save lives? Ang India may second highest, 7,597,063. That's rounded off to 7.6 million. And that's India, 115,197. Okay na, no, di na ako. Sorry. This is my right. Okay, right? O, dako maganda itong kamot. Na-zoom na ito. Yan ang adjust ang tanan. And that's India, 115,197. And but of course, India's population of about 1 billion people. Ang United States, Pilar, 365 million. So, kuan gini dapat. Ang Brazil, 5.2 million cases, 154,000 deaths. Ang Russia, 1.4 million cases, 24,473. So, those over 1 million, that is US, India, Brazil, Russia, and Argentina, 1,002,262. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are now 5 countries over 1 million cases, and there are 3 countries over 5 million cases. That's Brazil, 5.3 million, India, 7.6 million, and the United States, 8.2 million cases. And atong favorite, the Philippines, 360,795. Useless Philippine COVID policy. O namatay na 6,690 cases. 6,690. 6,690 cases. Grabe ang pasakas Philippines. O ang sunod na to ang Japan, 93,882 cases. Ang deaths sa Japan, 1,678. 1,678. Yeah. That's Japan, okay, sunan. And then Singapore, 57,000 cases, 57,921 cases with only 28 deaths. I have been repeating that over and over again. South Korea should have around 25,000 cases, 25,333 cases ang South Korea. 25,330 cases and only 447 deaths in South Korea. And our favorite, Taiwan. US ubos sa Taiwan Ang Taiwan, 540 cases. Ang Taiwan, 540 cases. Global deaths, 7. 540 cases. Global deaths, 7. Ang Taiwan, magkaigsa na. Okay? 540 cases. Global deaths, 7. Ang Taiwan. Okay. Of course, Hong Kong. Tapita sa mapa. Oops. Ikaw ni Dara. Hong Kong. Hong Kong, 5,256 cases only. O ang deaths sa Hong Kong, 105 cases only. Now, tanaw na to ang lines in. Okay. So, atong mga crawlers dyan sa headlines. Now, balik ta diri sa main show na to. Okay. Unya ang sorry. Ang ato nang gi-chart sa wa na ko ma-discuss ug maayo kagabi makaigsunan pero karon ato na ning gi-chart ang kwan. Where's the PowerPoint? Okay. PowerPoint. Slideshow setup. Correct. Okay na. And direta sa okay. Ang atong gi-summarize last night atong discuss karon atong usbon discuss kay wa kay itong magklaro last night. Uy, asa man ka? There. Okay. Transition. That's it. Okay. So, mo kini makaigsunan karon ang PowerPoint. Ang PowerPoint makaigsunan diri sa ang telepon. And these countries did not repeat kanitong gi-discuss diri. These countries did not. Okay, tanan itong pointer sa Oops, sorry. Previews. Okay, asa naman ka? Right. Okay, so these countries, I repeat, did not shut down their public transportation and therefore did not shut down their economies, unlike the Philippines. Supposedly, public transportation is the fastest way to spread the virus, yet look at the deaths data below. So this was updated Monday, October 19, 2020. And a transportation lockdown, makaigsunan, a transportation lockdown is an equivalent sorry economic lockdown because they're prevented from spending. Consumer spending usually comprises about 75 to 80% of the economy. All right, so ato na ning paano na siya. If you can see zoom slide edit okay, zoom in. Wala. Zoom ta makaigso na lahat. Zoom in again. Up, sorry. Okay, so zoom na nato siya. I hope you can see my cursor. Kita ba itong cursor niya? Kita ba? So, ang country, Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Philippines. Okay. Ang city, capital city, Hong Kong, Singapore, Seoul City proper, Tokyo City proper, Taipei City proper, Metro Manila. Ang population sa largest city, Hong Kong, 7.5 million. Singapore, 5.8 million. South Korea, 9.8 million sa Seoul City proper. Sa Japan, Tokyo City proper, 13.5 million. Taipei City proper, 2.6 million. And Metro Manila, 13.5 million. The largest area of the largest city of Hong Kong, 76 square kilometers. These are the areas allocated for residential in Hong Kong. And giving a population density, people per square kilometer of 98,199 per square kilometer. And then Singapore, 5.8 million, and they have 725 square kilometers. And it has people per square meter density for its largest city metro area, 7,989 people per square kilometer only, compared to Hong Kong, 98,000. South Korea, again, the population of its largest city is 9.8 million, and the land area of its largest city, Seoul City proper, is 605 square kilometers, and therefore it has a population density of 16,208. Tokyo City proper, 13.5 million, occupying a land area of 2,191 square kilometers. So Tokyo City proper has a people per population of 6,169. Taipei, 2.6 million people, occupying a land area for the metro city of 272 square kilometers. So people per square kilometer of 9,736. Metro Manila, it has a population density, it has a population of about 13,482, 13 million, 13.48 million, and it has land area for Philippines, land area of 620 square kilometers. So the people per square kilometer is 21,761 people per square kilometer. New York City, it has a population of 8,308,748, and the land area of its largest city of 786, and therefore the population density of New York City is around 10,685 people per square kilometer. Now we are going to compare the deaths since the beginning of the pandemic up to May 1. Okay, and then we will compare it to the deaths up to October 19, which is the latest data I have. And then we will compare also the cumulative infected cases from the beginning of the pandemic up to May 1, and we compare it cumulative up to October 3rd, October 19. Now again, why did we choose these countries here? Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Philippines. It is because these countries, klaro ba diri? Because these countries did not, they're in Asia. They are in Asia. These are world-class cities, and these are highly dense cities, metropolitan universal cities, you can call it metropolis, and then they did not shut down their economies. Sure, they shut down some of their leisure and resorts and pubs and restaurants, but then some of them already came back anyway. But these countries, except for the Philippines, did not shut down the public transportation, did not shut down their economies, did not shut down their manufacturing and their services. Only those for leisure, like karaoke, mahjong. But even then, those are already back in some of these countries. And let us see what is the result, what is the outcome of the COVID-19 policies of its country. Okay, so na siya. So if we look at our chart here, narita mo, zoom in ta dire ha. Zoom in. Okay. Alright, so klaro ba? May ba itong presentation? By the way, kamong mga teachers, kamong mga educators, kamong mga consultants, gusto mo parehaan? Okay. And me floating in front of the screen. Okay, so I'm giving you a challenge. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Very simple. Now, the dates. Okay, the dates mga kaigsunan, May 1 for Hong Kong. There were only 4 deaths in Hong Kong, May 1. October 19, by October 19, there were already 105 deaths for Hong Kong. October 19, from 4 to 105. Now, the deaths, May 1, for Hong Kong, Singapore, there were 16 deaths on May 1. And as of October 19, it was yesterday, there were 28 deaths. From 16 to 28. A very low death rates. On May 1, the cumulative deaths since the beginning of the pandemic for South Korea was 250. Here, 250. As of yesterday, last night, 9 p.m. last night, there were 444 in South Korea. Cumulative since. So from 250, it became 444. Only an increase of 194. Like for Hong Kong, from 4 to 105, there was an increase of 101 deaths. For Singapore, from 16 to 28, there was an increase of only 12 deaths. For South Korea, 250 deaths on May 1. It became 444 deaths on October 19. That was last night. There was only an increase of 194 deaths. Only 194 deaths. Okay. For Japan, there were 455 deaths on May 1. And as of October 10, there were only 1,674 deaths. So an increase of only 1,290 deaths. Now remember, these countries did not shut down their public transportation, did not shut down their economies, did not shut down their human population. Sa ato, grabe man. Atod karon. Taiwan, there were only 6 deaths on May 1. And as of October 19, there was only 1 additional death, from 6 to 7. So the question is, what did this country do right? We should copy from these countries. And I have been saying this since March. Ito, nakalaw sa Pilipinas. Now, here. For the Philippines, on May 1, the Philippines had only 579 deaths, but even among these countries, on May 1, the Philippines had the highest deaths. Despite the fact that the Philippines shut down the entire transportation, practically the entire transportation, the entire population, the entire human beings. Since March, mid-March, di ba? So, 579 at the time. Now, how many deaths are there? 6,675 as of October 19. Or an increase of 6,096. So, what was all that lockdown all about? So, it means the lockdown was useless. The lockdown was inutile. The lockdown was ineffective, inefficient, and it was not the correct solution. It was not the correct strategy. In the meantime, look at New York also. Their deaths already was 18,600 deaths as of May 1. Grabihan, no? Di maguna sila mapatuo. And on October 19, they already had deaths of 33,357 deaths for the New York State. New York State. Okay. So, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers for the infected cases. For Hong Kong, as of May 1, the cumulative cases were only 1,039. By October 19, the infected cases increased to 5,257, or a total increase of 4,218 cases. From May to October, that's May, June, July, August, September, October. So that's actually 5.5 months. 5.5 months, or hapit naman 6 months. So there was only an increase of 4,218 cases for the entire 5.5 months. For Singapore, as of May 1, their cumulative cases were 17,101 cases, May 1. Now remember, they had rapid testing. They have rapid testing. They have, how do you call this? They have massive testing procedures. From 17,101, the total number of cases, 57,915, or an increase of 40,814. For South Korea, there were 10,780 cases on May 1, and it has gone to 25,275 cases as of October 19, 5.5 months later, or an increase of only 14,485. Japan. On May 1, there were only 14,035 cases, and as of October 19, it increased to, the number increased to 93,192 infected cases, or an addition of 78,887 cases for those 5.5 months. South Korea, Taiwan, there were only 6 cases. 6 cases. May 1, and there were 7 cases. There were 429 cases on May 1, and there were only 535 cases as of October 19. So the increase is only 106 cases. Now for the Philippines, this is very interesting. For the Philippines, there were 6,000. For the Philippines, there were 8,872 cases as of May 1. As of May 1. As of May 1. From 8,772 cases, it actually increased to 359,169 on October 19. It was last night. Around 360,000. 359,169, or a total increase of 350,397. Okay, atong ikono na. Ang infected cases sa Hong Kong increased only by 4,000 at on around of 4,200 from October 1 to October 19. The infected cases for Singapore only increased by 40,800. 40,800. Remember, 40,800 for Singapore from compared increase from May 1 up to October 19. Only 40,000 increase. For South Korea, the increase in infected cases is 14,500 round off. And for Japan, the total increase was 78,900. And for number of cases, didn't need dates, these are infected cases. Cumulative for Taiwan, the increase is only 106 from May 1 to October 19. So sabi na to, ang increase sa Hong Kong, 4,200. Ang increase sa Singapore sa number of cases, 40,800. Ang increase sa South Korea, 14,500 round off. Ang increase sa Japan, 78,900 round off. Ang increase sa Taiwan, only 106 cases from October 1, no, from May 1 to October 19. For the Philippines, the total increase, 350,327. Dili na ang cumulative cases for today. No. This is only the increase. The difference between May 1 and October 19 is 350,000. Okay, originally we only have 8,772 cases. Ano tabo sa 8,772 cases? Naimo siyang 359,169 cases. That's an increase of about 1,000 plus percent. In the meantime, ang New York State, their total cases increased by 175,000. Round of 176 cases. In the meantime, the world, from 3 million cases, 3.4 million cases, naimo siyang 36.7 million cases by October 19. Grabe. Tampahan, tanaw na to ni musta man ning atong mga listeners. Nabay naminaw na to ron? Nabay naminaw na to, tanaw na to ning inyong mga text na ba? Chat scene. Si Margaret Malinaw, naminaw na to sa gikan sa Banawa. Okay. Na may nagbinuang sa atong kuan. Sa atong chat group. Ay nagbinuang sa atong chat group na. Okay. All right. So mana siya no ang increases, so ato siyang tanawon, i-chart na to na siya. Ato na siyang isa chart makaigsunan. Let's see, let's look at the chart. Sa atong chart makaigsunan, see, ako sang I will remove myself from the chart kay murag So if you look at the chart here, ang population per square meter, per square kilometer, so tanawa siya, dako kay diferensya ang Hong Kong with the other cities. So in fact, Hong Kong should have had more cases. Why? Ano ni ma-save ang kato akong gikuan? The reason why. It has more population density, therefore it should have more infections. Next, and this is the cumulative deaths. Look at the cumulative deaths here. The Philippines from here, I don't know if you can see it, the Philippines here on this part here, Philippines, it has from 579, it had 6,675 deaths. Hong Kong from 4 to 105, Singapore from 16 to 28, South Korea from 250 to 444, Japan from 455 to 1674. Now, cumulative cases. If you can see the cumulative cases, kanang taas ka din na makaigsunan daw. Of course, ang tuon na New York State na, pero sa Philippines, look at that. There's only one conclusion there. The Philippine COVID strategy has always been or was or is defective. Look at that. Nanghambog to si Rocky. You know, we bet the UP prediction. So look at this one. The Philippines there, 359,000, now 360,000. This is the chart that shows something is wrong with the Philippine policy. Something is wrong with the Philippine policy. Okay. So, muna mag-exonan. Now, I hope I was able to explain it clearly this time. Kagabi, wala kayo. And you can see the charts. I hope it's clear. You can review this. And if you're teachers, sa inyong classroom, high school, ipa-discuss niyo sa inyong mga estudyante, even college students. Whether this analysis, unsa ilang insights makuha gikan ining analysis. I've done the research for you. All you have to do now is to add your insights. Okay, so alright. So salamat sa sa inyong pagiguban kana kung magkakaigsunan. October 20, 2020, episode 27 sa the Benz NightShow. I hope I was able to share some ideas with you, and that will be a springboard for discussion. A springboard for discussion. O, curious mo na time zones karon sa New York, Los Angeles, sa London o sa Tokyo. Business centers, financial centers. So, thank you. Ini si Jet Events sa The Jet Events Night Show. See you tomorrow night. Bye.